You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxFallsFireworks.org. Mr. Farris, how are you this morning?
Hey, man, we're just celebrating. You know, it's another day, and there's stuff going on, and it's up to us to cover every darn bit of it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy in the world. We had like snow yesterday in the Black Hills. Is that where it was, Heidi? Montana or something? Wisconsin.
Montana, Wisconsin. One of those states that are in the United States.
Wyoming.
Yeah, they shut down I-80, parts of I-80. Yeah.
It's snow in June. What?
I don't know what's going on.
I blame it on coronavirus.
I do, too. Prince Philip has a birthday today.
Happy
Prince
birthday.
Philip, close personal friend of Jeffrey Epstein, who still didn't kill himself.
Wow.
Elizabeth Hurley. I like Elizabeth Hurley.
I did, too.
She seems all right to me. And entertainment icon Judy Garland.
Oh, yeah.
Born in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. By the way, in case you didn't know,
she did that little movie called Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, and she was only 3 years old when she did Wizard of Oz.
I think she was more than 3.
Don't argue with me, John. I'm in charge over here. It was 1752, in case you thought it was a myth. It wasn't. Benjamin Franklin, this day, tests the lightning conductor with his kite flying experiment.
Very cool.
I thought that's pretty cool. My best memory of that when I was reading about it was when he said to his wife, "Hey, will you hold the string for a minute?"
Wow.
Just going to make sure this works. And
I don't know if I've ever been this triggered with you, John.
Hold this here. Tell me if this works.
That sounds misogynist to me. It was 1845. I love this story. You can look it up. It's all true. Andrew Jackson had passed away. This was during his funeral. Andrew Jackson had a house pet, which happened to be an African gray parrot named Polly.
Yeah.
Polly was actually brought to the funeral. As the crowd gathered, Polly started getting more and more agitated and started swearing loudly and wouldn't stop.
Wow.
Polly had to be escorted out of the service.
Oh,
wow.
That's awesome.
Heidi had to be escorted out of a service once.
Gonna say.
Same exact reason.
It was 1933.
I escorted myself out of that service.
Dateline, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, 1933. Ooh. John Dillinger,
oh yeah,
Pretty Boy Floyd, and a bunch of their henchmen hit up the little bank right downtown at 9th and Main.
You can still see the bullet holes on it.
Yeah, there's a big plaque hanging outside. It was a Security National Bank. Got away with $46,000.
It was a lot of money back in the day.
Yeah, and people didn't go unscathed either. In fact, Sioux Falls police officer, motorcycle cop Hale Keith, took a bullet to the abdomen, bullet to the leg, and 2 in the arms. In fact, I don't think Officer Keith made it through that afternoon. So.
Holy cow.
So there you go. There's a little bit of history right here in Sioux Falls.
Should be honoring Officer Keith somehow.
Okay.
Why isn't there like a Keith Avenue or something?
I don't know, John. I don't know. I'll call Mayor Paul. I'm calling down to City Hall later anyway to see where my bridge is over at Dunham Park. Anyway.
Throw that on the list.
It's become a daily to-do thing, yeah.
There you go. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. It's brought to you by SiouxFallsFireworks.org.
If you have a credit card, we'd like to help you make sure it's the best credit card for you. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and see what you get for points or perks. Then go to bettercreditcards.com to see if we can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. If you don't have a credit card right now, you can check us out too at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Tip of the old Ranger head your way there, Smalls. How's everything going? Jimmy, how are you? That's
I'm
great.
good.
Heidi, look at me.
Ranger Dan.
Look at me. Up and down and all around. I got to tell you what there, Heidi. Hey. Your daddy must have been an ace mechanic because you are looking finely tuned. Let's jump in the old mailbag here. Get a little correspondence, see what's going on today.
A lot of mail. Look
I
at
love
that.
fan mail. I do. I just eat it with a spoon. That's what I do. Dear Range Dan for stuff. Love the show. In fact, lately, I've been kind of toying with the idea of maybe becoming a ranger. I've been living vicariously through you for a long time, and if you've taken a look lately at all the news going on, we got that darn coronavirus thing going on. There's people marching in the streets about this, that, and the other thing. And, of course, let's not forget about the murder hornets.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just thinking being a ranger has got to be probably the best life ever after listening to you for the past several years. I envy that basically you just wander around in the woods, maybe skim around on the old lakes and the rivers and waterways, and then you just hunker on back, relax, kick back, and resume being ruggedly handsome in the Ranger Dan Fortress of Rangertude.
Yes.
Must be nice not to have to deal with all the trials and tribulations of everyday life.
Get his own trials.
Signed, wish I were you, your biggest fan, Nicholas Lindquist.
Oh, that was nice.
Very nice, Nicholas.
First off, Nicholas, can I call you Nick? I have no darn idea what the word tribulations means. And, well, thank you to correspond in plain English next time. Now, the thing is, Ricky, rangering ain't all just scenic hikes and campfires and confiscating hunters' guns, cash, and vehicles on trumped-up charges. Rangering can be dangerous. It can be unforgiving there, Richie. Case in point, it was a few years back I was called in to assist a Ranger Smith who was struggling to stop a couple of bears who had been terrorizing campers and stealing picnic baskets.
Oh, wow.
Not only were the bears trashing campsites and making off with every morsel of food they could find, but the one bear, obviously the leader, was wearing a cheap hat and a necktie while his smaller associate was wearing a cheap little bow tie, which so led me to be there. It obviously also looted a men's warehouse at some point. It's pretty simple for me. I loaded up a picnic basket, a decoy, if you will, basket, threw a roasted chicken in there, a side of slaw, and a box of Little Debbie Nutty Buddy wafer bars.
Yeah.
Wrapped at 3 pounds of C4 plastic explosives. Well, now what's left of that big bear pretty much lays in front of my fireplace, and little one made a great chamois for shining up the old Ranger Dan's government issue pickup truck. So there you go, Roger. That's the truth of it. Ranger life ain't for everybody, but Ranger life is the life for me. Well, that's all the time we have today, Radio Rangers. I hope you learned something. I know I might have. Just keep in mind, what doesn't kill you makes strong. Except for bears, murder horns doesn't kill you every time. This is Ranger Dan. Out there with me.
Yes, sir.
Each month you have these things called bills. They have to be paid. It's part of being an adult, not the fun part, but it's important. So if you can find a way to cut some of these expenses, it makes that bill day a little better. At InsuranceChicken.com, we'd like to help. Our site allows you to see what several different companies have to offer, all in one place. Check out great insurance deals at InsuranceChicken.com. Is it time for you to cross the road? See if we can save you money each month at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Sioux Falls Fireworks.org. Mr. Dan Farris back at the studio. He's our award-winning newscaster, and he is ruggedly handsome, and he's here. Why do I have to say he handed me a note? I have to read that every time I introduce him now. Do I have to every time?
Hey, it's my cross to bear, man.
It is. All right.
That's all there is to it.
Ruggedly handsome.
I think a lot of us have been wondering about this, certainly over the past couple months. How is all of this insanity going on in the world and in our country and right here in our home state? How is this going to affect, like, the bottom line? We're talking revenue. We're talking dollars. Well, we've got this report right here, and it's certainly not good news. Events that usually boost revenue, bring people together in South Dakota from all over the country and points beyond. So many things have been canceled so far, and more things are being canceled. Dateline Spearfish from the Associated Press, events that usually boost revenue, bring people together, have been canceled. About 50 big community events have been kiboshed so far and not rescheduled, according to the State Department of Tourism. At least 15 events have been canceled in the western region, 14 in the southeast, 9 in the northeast, 6 in central South Dakota. Other events, including 4 fairs, festivals, have been postponed for later in the year. They are still debating Sturgis. Sturgis organizers are going, yes, we're doing it, but apparently local politician, residents, whatever, are still debating the health factors and everything else, so the jury's still out on that. My guess is they're going to do it. Anyway, here's some stats. Total of 14.5 million people visited the state last year, spending over $4 billion, generating $308 million in state and local taxes, and supporting more than 55,000 jobs.
Wow.
So far this year, tourist visitors, now they keep track of it generally, hotels, stops, credit, whatever, down about 70%.
Yeah.
That's enormous.
It's huge.
That is. It's horrible.
It's enormous when you look just in town here, as far as people getting together and spending a little do-re-mi, say, downtown, well, like the Levitt Band Shell.
Yeah.
Some of these big shows. That's that's been kiboshed. The local swimming pools, kiboshed. One of my favorite nights been going on for years for Make-A-Wish, Hot Harley Nights. Not going to happen.
Oh, man.
And on the bright side, Sioux Falls is going to have their 4th of July fireworks.
Yes.
Because 2 weeks ago, it looks like that wasn't going to happen, and now it is. So there are some bright spots here.
There are some, yeah. And we're not going to have the event at the fairgrounds where people were all sitting together in the stands, but still going to have the fireworks themselves, which is awesome. So we got something going.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we do.
It's fantastic. I'm super excited.
I just think it's, slowly some things are opening up. I mean, let's see, Wildwater West is going. The public libraries, I think in Sioux Falls, just reopened their doors.
Okay.
I've seen several bars are having entertainment again where they hadn't for a while because it was like, well, you can only have like 4 people in here. Now there are some bars that are bringing, I don't know if it's necessarily bands, but I think maybe some bands are scheduled now.
Yeah,
That's
see
exciting.
people taking bookings again. So, this affected so many people
Bingo
in so
has
many
reopened?
different ways.
Yes.
So.
Grand
That's
Falls
right.
Casino is
Bingo. Our
reopened.
bingo gang is
That's
back.
right.
Woo!
And Grand Falls is having their fireworks this Saturday. It was supposed to be last Saturday, but then,
they got winded out.
We got
They did.
well,
It
and it
was
was
crazy
It was so
windy.
windy, and then there was rain around the region as well. So they made the right choice to cancel them. I actually was thinking, boy, at a certain point, right after they canceled it seemed like it got nicer. I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
this will be
That's
bad.
okay.
But then
It's better safe than sorry.
Yeah, it turned into a really good decision because it was very breezy when that was supposed to happen. So this Saturday night, join us. I'll be there. Heidi, you going to be there?
I will be there.
Dan, you going to be there? Maybe.
What? I totally went off in another direction here.
We'll get him caught up to speed.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Join us, though. It's going to be this Saturday night at Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort. Some fireworks. It'll be fun, and it's free. And when you're out there, you can even make a contribution to the Sioux Falls fireworks. And that's not free.
It all comes together, man.
But it is appreciated. Dan, thank you very much. Oh, hey, you get some entertainment news?
What passes for it?
Okay. We'll
I don't want to get anybody's hopes
We'll
up.
get that from you in a bit. Also, we've got our bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom. That is on the way right here on the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. 2020 has become quite an interesting year.
Many people have been cooped up for way too long.
We're excited to join hundreds of friends for a fun time in Cancun this October.
Hear awesome music from Belinda Carlisle, Cheap Trick, Billy Idol, and many more.
The seance is at the end of October, and we are ready for a vacation. I hope you will join us.
We've been to this event for many years, and it is so much fun.
Get more information and reserve your spot at radiotravelgroup.com.
That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. And super excited to talk about this. We mentioned this a week ago. I think it was a week ago today that we first mentioned it because last Tuesday, the Sioux Falls Jaycees announced that they were going to cancel their fireworks event at the fairgrounds. And we announced right away that we were going to be doing fireworks instead, in their stead. I don't know if that's the right word. How do you say that? In their place?
In place
of those. Heidi's going to give me an English lesson now. So we're going to do the fireworks instead of it.
its stead.
I don't know what the word. I think there's a way to say that. That's the proper way. It's not. It's way above my head. So anyway, on the 4th of July, there will still be fireworks. They will not be at the fairgrounds. We're going to be shooting the fireworks off at the golf course on Russell Street. It's called Elmwood Golf Course. And we're working today. I actually have a meeting with a big parking lot that's just up the street from there by this giant building. Rhymes with Denny Sanford Premier Center. Oh, wait, that's the one. So I'm thinking we're going to be able to use that. I'm getting all the details today, so maybe I shouldn't have announced that yet. But they know I'm coming there for that reason. They said, yeah, let's chat about it. So I think that's going to work out. But if you know somebody, or if you're a business owner up in that northwest corner of town, you're going, I wouldn't mind if people park in my lot, reach out to me, because I want to have a list of all the places that are okay to park in.
Right.
And also, if you have a business, you're going, I'd rather not have people park here, we'd like to let people know that as well. And of course, I can't make them listen to me, but, we'll do our very best.
Certainly put the information out there.
Exactly. And then we'll also let you know that it's on the 4th of July. So if you want to put a sign up saying no parking, please, and I'm going to try to get some signs for that kind of stuff too. But either way, like I said, a lot of cool stuff. Huge thank you to Market Beat. They're our major sponsor. And it is the 4th of July Sioux Falls fireworks presented by Sunny Radio and Fox 7. Yay! Thanks, guys, for coming on board. So now you're going to be seeing this on television between now and the 4th of July as well. Additional sponsors, Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort. They've been a part of this for a long time.
Huge sponsor.
Yeah,
they
and
do
that's
so much.
And I'm really excited because you can go out and make a contribution today and help make our Grand Falls Casino grand finale bigger and better.
This is the best way to get involved, because you give them $10. It's a donation. You give them $10. They turn around and give you that same $10 back in play.
So you can go out and play on the slots, or you can play, and they put it right on your resort card.
Yep.
It's super simple. So if you get out to Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort, stop by the resort club, and they'll get you all fixed up. Again, $10. You can do $10 every single day if you want to. So you can do up to $10 per day.
But only once per day.
Yeah, up to $10 per day. Also, a huge thank you to Notaboom RV. They reached out to us, which was awesome. So thank you, guys. Car Swap, Kevin Tupi and the folks there, awesome people. XL Energy, again, they reached out to us. Smithfield Foods just came on board. Big Paws Canine is our nonprofit that we're working with. So anything that we have left over after the fireworks are paid for, everything's done, it's going to be a donation to Big Paws Canine, and we're going to have them on the radio here between now and the 4th of July to explain what they do.
Such an amazing
They're just awesome.
group of people.
And then a huge thank you to International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. They've been involved in this as long as I have, so long time. So you'll be able to watch from anywhere in Northwest Sioux Falls. We're working on getting a list of places where you can park, working on that this week, and hopefully have that all finished up. All of the details at SiouxFallsFireworks.org. Your Bright Spot of News brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls.
Small businesses are the heart of our community. As things get back to normal, I hope you'll go out of your way to do business with locally owned businesses in your area. We've been so pleased with the response of our gift card challenge that we're gonna keep this going. If you can, buy an extra gift card. You can use it yourself or give it to someone who needs a little help right now. When you buy a gift card, remember to post a photo on social media with hashtag giftcardchallenge. Learn more at giftcardchallenge.org.
Time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Hey, man.
Hey.
I'm just a little bummed out. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know.
Okay, because it was gone for like 2 weeks, the coronavirus.
Yeah, it was gone,
had been eradicated. Okay, now it's back.
Oh, what happened?
Apparently it's back.
Boomerang.
Jennifer Lopez has joined the super popular Celebrity All-In Challenge. I didn't know there was such a thing. But it's the Celebrity All-In Challenge.
Okay.
Raising funds for feeding America and the kids and fighting the Rona, because the Rona is back after a 2-week hiatus. The 50-year-old J-Lo took to social media just the other day to offer up an exceptional package to one lucky fan who donates to the No Kids Hungry Foundation. Now, J-Lo revealed that she had been nominated by one of her best friends, as well as her fiancé, A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And they're taking part in it. So if you donate to J-Lo for feeding the kids and whatnot, when things open up and she goes back on tour for her very first show, that winner and 3 of their friends are going to go to the show, complete with backstage passes, meet and greet, go out for a meal later.
No kidding.
There'll be photo ops. It'll just be a big thing.
Go with J-Lo for a meal? Or?
Well, yeah, you get to hang out with J-Lo. And I should probably A-Rod, too, I'm guessing.
That's cool.
Yeah, so.
I thought they were going to just send you out. No, you can leave now.
There you go. So it's the all-in challenge. And why I was not notified to be a part of this, I do not know.
we could do our own,
We should do our all-in challenge. You can have brats with John and Heidi and Dan. Lord knows we have plenty of brats.
We're pretty good on brats. Hey, maybe I'll autograph one of those brats.
An autographed brat.
Get a Dan Farris autographed brat. And keep it in the freezer forever.
That's hilarious. You're registered to win today. Well, Dan, thank you for that report.
Sure thing. I'm feeling better now.
Every day it just gets weirder in here. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Wait a minute, aren't you Dan Farris? Hey, have a brat. Move on.
Move along. Nothing to see here.
Come on. No showboating. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxFallsFireworks.org.
If you have a credit card, we'd like to help you make sure it's the best credit card for you. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and see what you get for points or perks. Then go to bettercreditcards.com to see if we can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. If you don't have a credit card right now, you can check us out too at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, June 10th. The NASDAQ Composite had a record-setting day on Tuesday. The tech-heavy index moved up to surpass the 9950 level and set a new all-time high. The move was driven by strength in the FANG names, particularly Amazon and Apple. Both also hit new highs. The question now is if the market will continue to move higher or if profit takers will begin trimming their positions. Elsewhere in the market, traders were less enthusiastic on Tuesday. The S&P 500 and Dow Jones Industrial Average both posted losses for the day, despite a generally bullish outlook. One reason may be the FOMC. The FOMC is scheduled to meet on Wednesday, and their policy decision and outlook will be closely watched. With the outlook for economic rebound grounded in monetary stimulus, any change to the policy could have a far-reaching impact on financial markets. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.